5, 4, 3. Here, makeup. You guys, we're good? We're good? Okay. Wish I had a team. Hi, it's me. Welcome to the show. It's Michael Koppelman. Hopefully this sounds louder this time. OBS fucking works weird. Setting that aside, we're talking about another fun presidential order today. I don't know. I haven't looked around because I'm an antisocial. I'll skip that part. I haven't looked around to see if there's people taking these presidential orders actions down. I'm sure there is. Like as they come out, like in the news, people are like, "Wow, another fucking crazy one." But like this stuff is up there. It's on the site. It's there for Republicans to see, and those with a brain are like, like. Again, I've said this before. If you like Trump, fine. If Trump supports your interests in some way, fine. It doesn't mean you can't call out a bunch of stupid fucking shit he's doing. You can still call that shit out, It's not all of one thing. You can have your own brain. Try it. But anyway, we're going to talk about eradicating anti-Christian bias. Another batshit fucking crazy thing from this crazy person. Okay, I'm going to settle down. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. You can read this. It's crazy. It's really should be called like enabling pro-Christian bias. And Trump is fine with bias as long as it goes in his direction. I'm really just going to talk about around this a little bit. This is basically just this thing literally does nothing. It says, hey, we have laws, you guys, and they should apply to Christians. And we're all like, yeah. Also, other people, right? That's what this thing fucking says. It blames Biden for like prosecuting people who are breaking the law. And, but so there's nothing worth talking about in this thing. Except it shows Trump's, willingness to weaponize the federal government in ways that he complains about. I mean, hypocrisy does not even touch this guy. He's not, I'm going to skip that part too. Okay. Here's what I think's funny. Trump would call this a Christian nation if it wasn't for the Jews, if it wasn't for Israel. He's dying to write one of these and be like, the United States of America is a Christian fucking nation. That's what he wants to do. He can't because of the Jews. I mean, he can't for a trillion rational, normal reasons, but in his dumb brain, like, that's the problem. It's like, he can't do that because Israel, Netanyahu, Jews. I have a joke. I don't know if this is off color or not, but my joke is that Republicans love Israel and hate Jews, and liberals love Jews and hate Israel. Let me know if that's offensive, okay? So they probably, I would bet money on this, that they've tried to write that we're a Christian nation one, and they're like, fuck, we can't do that. And they're like, how about we're a Judeo-Christian nation? And then like it just starts getting trickier and trickier from their dumb perspective, So this is kind of what we got instead. It's like, well, they shouldn't be mean to us. Now we're talking, I should Google this. I could Google it right while you're watching here. You Google it. What percent of this country claims to be Christian? It's a majority. It's a majority. You don't need presidential actions to protect majorities. That's just being rude and stupid. This is unnecessary, but it's him trying to get revenge against his enemies. That's what almost all these presidential actions are him literally just trying to bring retribution to those who have harmed him in his view, So, I think he's trying to appeal to Christians in some way here. Like, hey, you guys, I got you. I can't do the we're a Christian nation thing. I thought I could. I can't. But so let's talk about Christianity and the GOP for a second, or Trumpies in particular. Now, I'm going to have to claim my Christian cred here. I'm an atheist at this point in my life. I was raised a Christian. I was baptized, confirmed. I went to church in my early years in college at Berkeley College of Music in Boston. So, I was a fucking believer. And I've read the New Testament more than once. I tried to read the Old Testament. It gets really hard to read the Old Testament. So I can't say I've read the entire Bible. I've read the New Testament. I've read other Christian writers. I believed. I leaned in, okay? And I'm, an intellectual, meaning I like to think about things, So, I thought about Christianity a lot and shit. I'm now what I call like a neo-Buddhist, an atheist, neo-Buddhist. I say neo-Buddhist because I don't know what Buddhists are like in an organized sense, and I don't want to know. Just like the teachings of Jesus are like sound, regardless of whatever Christian shit organizations, Catholicism that has been invented by people, If you believe the Gospels, which is really the only record we have of things that Jesus said, Jesus was smart. Jesus was probably a Buddhist. He was a peaceful, kind, loving person who was presenting ideas so dangerous his mortal enemies conspired to kill him. The Romans and the Jewish authority or whatever at the time. So I wish Christians love Jesus. They talk about loving Jesus all the time. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, it's like they have this thing, like if they say they love Jesus, like, or somehow being like, I'm feeling love to you, Jesus. Like, this is like a thing to them. Like, somehow, like, that's like a meaningful thing. Like, what the fuck is meaningful about that? Like, you're pledging something internally kind of like, Jesus was a pragmatic fucking person. Do shit that does not, where you don't need to tell us you're Christian. Be kind, be compassionate, be loving. Like, be like Jesus was, Like, this is not hard. This is why we're all confused by this. I was born in North Dakota. North Dakota is fucked up as fuck when it comes to this shit. They all think they're Christian. And they don't do any fucking Christian-like shit at all, except to the very small group of people who's their inner circle, So the only people they're kind to, the only people they show compassion to, if that, North Dakota's fucked up like a lot of places where even your family's fucked up. There's abuse and all sorts of trauma going on in these places. Not to mention the xenophobia towards, immigrants and liberals and, like, it's a dangerous, depressing fucking place, And they think they're Christian and they're all going to heaven, and they literally write laws in North Dakota about how Jesus is Lord, and they can't pass because there's constitutions and stuff. But they love showing how Christian they are, There's not a Christian fucking thing in anything they fucking do, like, being like, they've narrowed this down to a cartoon. It's a cartoon, and yet it's the most important thing in their lives, in a sense. It's God is the most important thing, and yet there's no rigor at all in how they act compared to what they believe, and they have ways of justifying this, Who would Jesus declare war on? Who would Jesus protect with his AR-15? Like, come on, read the fucking Bible or don't claim you're a Christian. I don't care. You don't have to say, you can believe whatever the fuck you want and call it things, but to call it Christian means it should correlate with the teachings of fucking Christ, right? And it doesn't. It doesn't. When that pastor lectured Trump in church, like, she said, I would say very Jesus-like fucking things. Remember, Jesus walked into a church and like threw everything on the fucking ground and said, "You fucking idiots." I'm editorializing a bit here. Jesus was not cool with the fucking establishment. He was like a rebel and shit, He would have said this shit to Trump. She did. She didn't say one wrong word. If you're a Christian, that woman didn't say one wrong word. It's a little awkward calling out a person in church. Like, I get there was, but he's the fucking president of the United States and a big giant dick. It's like, what, you can't sit through a sermon, you big fucking pussy? Who's saying, like, from a Christian standpoint, everything 100% correctly, So there's no Christianity in Trump. I think that's blatantly obvious. He is a self-serving the end. All his religious shit has just been been symbolic, trying to, trick people into thinking he's fucking Christian, holding a Bible up, having a Trump branded Bible. Like, you can't get less Christian than Trump, right? You can't be less like Jesus than Donald Trump. I rest my case. Like, you don't even, like, you don't have to make shit up about Trump. He says it all right there. He writes it fucking down like this, least Jesus-like man on fucking earth. So Christians, fuck you. You're idiots if you vote for this guy. Like, you're not a Christian. Think of another word, okay? Or read the fucking Bible. But fuck you. And Trump, fuck you. Like, anti-Christian bias? This is a Christian nation in a lot of terrible fucking ways. All our religious holidays, there's layers and layers and layers of Christian bullshit on this country. And Muslims, atheists, Jews, all of us have to like put up with it. And you guys are oblivious to it because it's the majority. It's fine. Like, we're not even the ones complaining. You're the ones complaining. What the fuck? Christians, fuck you. That's bullshit. Bring your A game, Christians, because this ain't it. This is Jesus talking. Like, you guys, can you stop saying it's me? Because it's not. It's you being petty fucking dickheads. Read through these presidential actions and then put a star by the ones that Jesus would approve of. Come on. But nope, there's nothing. None of this is getting through because I don't know. They're sucking the cult-like dick of Donald Trump. He could literally walk down Times Square and shoot someone and not be prosecuted, as he said years ago. And we're like, that's probably true. These people are that fucking deluded. They love him that much. They wub him like they wub Jesus. It's insane. And it will play out how insane this was. And I encourage you to distance yourself from your vote for Trump as soon as possible, because you're going to look like a fucking idiot and you're all going to be regretting that. And start now, start now. Help us now. And, I said this at the beginning, I think. Even if you wub Trump, you can still call out the dumb shit he does. You can still be like, well, that's dumb. Can we start a little bit of that? Like, a little at a time, all right, you guys? Just a little at a time. Please read through these presidential actions, and I will help you do that. I'm going to stop now. Did I say this at the beginning? Like, I do these live because I'm not going to edit shit. I will say dumb things. I might apologize for things. I might learn. God help it. I might learn. I've never had a comment. I've never had like someone on the stream. So if that ever happens, maybe I'll interact with you, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't even want views. I don't even care if fucking people watch this. I am saying things that are true, and YouTube knows about it. So, and now you do too, because you got to the end. Wow. Thank you.